Okay, so this last Saturday, we had our final episode of both Bookworm and My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom. I kept clearing my throat so that I wouldn't have to clear my throat during the video. So you can see that didn't work. I'm trying to get my Roku to connect to the internet again. Doesn't want it lately. Anyway, so I finished it. No. I don't know what it is with you. Anytime I speak, after it's been silent for a second, you're like, let's go, Mom. Damn it. I don't know why I'm covering my mouth like that. Anyway. So we have 12 episodes. And we just had our final on last Saturday. And right after, I guess the same day, or I think the next day. No, I think it was the same day. We got a trailer saying it has been confirmed for a second season. We will be back with Katarina, our beloved Baccarina. I don't know why she's called that. What was it? I think Mother's Basement, or I think it was him. He called her Baccarina, and I was wondering, was that like an official nickname we gave her or something? Or did he just call her? I don't know. I kind of liked it. And, so yes, I have done a review, or not a review, doing a review right now, or my thoughts right now, I guess. And I meant to say I did a first impressions video a while ago, so if you want to go watch that, it's fine. So basically, the short and sweet, for those that maybe haven't seen it and just kind of want to, I don't know, watch this rather than the other one for whatever reason. For those of you who have seen it, I might say some things I've already said there because I don't remember exactly what I've said about it. Just that I love it, and now I'm kind of sad because that and Bookworm and Ate Some are over, so now I have to wait for the new stuff to come out. So I have like nothing to look forward to now until new shit comes out. I mean, I can go watch older shit, but I'm too lazy. Or no, that's the wrong one. Why are you whining? You're fine. Excuse me, sorry, just ate. You're fine, boo. Anyway. So after a great start, me constantly clearing my throat and Nay whining. Anyway. Nay, she's just being a butt today, constantly getting in the kitchen, almost tripping me. Sorry, man. Facebook was like, your sister posted. I was like, yeah, I'll check it out later, whatever. And, like, her whining and, like, almost tripping me all day. Or not whining all day, like, she just started whining. And it was, like, at the crack, as we call it, which, okay, technically not the crack. It was, like, somewhere between 9 and 10-ish. Her and Cheerio and Coco have decided to start wailing for no reason, because I guess maybe they heard my nephew leave for work or something, but just it was lovely. And they only seem to do it when I'm in the bathroom. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm like, okay, it's just they need like noise to cover it up, so I had like a video playing. Of all things I picked, it was fucking Animal Crossing New Horizons video. I should have picked something with, like, more noise, I guess. Not that it would have made much difference. And just them, yeah, making that god-awful wailing for a couple minutes while I'm in the bathroom. Like, oh, it's fucking great. I'm like, oh, I was trying to wake mom to wake up mom anyway, but still. I'm like, oh. Our house is empty in some parts, so it just, especially the hallway. Oh, Jesus. So, of course, that wonderful, wonderful noise echoes then. So now it's even more wonderful. And if you didn't have a headache before, you definitely have starting to get one now. I don't know, I'm talking like that. Anyway, so back on track. Yeah, so basically, Villainess is basically just what I call it. I don't know if everyone else does, just shorten it to that. But it's about Katarina Claus. What is it? Katarina Claus. Sorry. Yeah, Katarina Claus. it's hard to pronounce. Just Katarina. Okay, so she is like, you kind of get this spoiled little rich girl, and she falls after kind of clinging to the prince, and being like, oh, like flirting with him. She falls, smacks her head, regains memories of her past life. Her personality drastically changes, and she learns that through her memories that this world she's in now is very similar, if not exactly like, or almost exactly like, a game in her former life called, sorry, I had to itch my nose. It's attractive. I'm very sorry. Anyway, she's in this world that's almost exactly like a dating sim called Fortune Lover in her world. We found out she died at like 17 or something on her way to school or whatever, I think. And basically the character she is one of the villainesses in this harem, as she is the villainess Katarina Klaas. And Katarina has, you know how like dating sims have like good endings and bad endings, where the heroine either conquers or ends up in a relationship with the conquerable character for that route, or the bad ending is she doesn't end up with them. And in some games, some have a lot of different things that can happen. So it's just, they don't get together. Other times it can be like a real bad ending. And a good example is a while ago, the game Nay, stop it! You're fine, for the love of God. Why are you whining? What? She's looking away like, I'm not whining. Nay, you're driving me nuts. You're driving me nuts. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You were just out twice, as a matter of fact. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I swear. Just the rim of your nose kind of gets itchy. Or I guess the rim of your nostril. Even though it's not attractive, I'm sorry, and I'm used to just itching it without anyone. I don't care if anyone really looks. Of course, that's real attractive on camera. I'm a keeper. There. So, back to the internet, damn it. And, yeah, there are a few villainesses in other than her. There's Mary, and then there's also Sophia, but Katarina is like the actual kind of villainous, like she actually is the worst of them. Like the other two, if they don't, in the bad ending, they just end up with the character, rather than like the heroine does, where Katarina, in the good ending, she gets exiled. In the bad ending, she ends up being killed by whoever that character for that route is. So, like, if you're going after the prince would kill her. If you're going after his brother, the brother would kill her. If you're going after her brother's going to kill her. Yeah. And, so she's desperately trying to avoid triggering those doom flags, she calls them. So this isn't a show where, like, she's trying to get with everyone. No, she's a fucking idiot. She doesn't realize they like her. It's pretty fucking obvious, too. So the first person we get introduced to is the prince, and then we have his brother, we have the prince, his name is Giordo, I think, or is it Gerald? I think it's Gerald in the manga, but Giordo in the anime? I don't know if it's just how they happen to pronounce it, or if that's just, they changed it, or what. So he's the second prince? Third prince? I think. And she ends up with him after tripping and falling and him taking responsibility for her getting a scar from it. And he ends up being a sadistic character later on in the show. Or at least that's how his route's supposed to be, is him very charming, but like hiding a sadistic side. Which it's not really sadistic so much as just kind of like, I don't know. Like maybe I just have a different version of what sadistic is in my head compared to like other characters in anime. And then we have his brother, who is the kind of like broody rival character for her, or for the heroine. And then, so he's Prince Jodo's brother, and he's his inferiority complex from his being constantly compared to his brother all his life. And then we get Mary, who is Alan's fiance, and she was bullied because she's like, I think, what was it? Like the second wife's kid, or like a mistress, or like, not the actual wife, like another, like concubine, mistress, whatever the fuck, some other thing. And so she gets bullied from that. And then we get Nicole, who is like the very quiet but very gorgeous kind of character. And then we have his sister, who like everyone's falling in love with him, by the way. Like, just he's that character everyone fawns over, like fucking Tamaki from Orange High School Host Club. We're like, oh, like it's a lot of that. And he's just like, okay. Like, he doesn't really show much emotion throughout the entire fucking series. Or the entire first season, I guess. I haven't read the manga. I've seen panels and stuff of the manga. So yeah, I did spoil things for myself, but I don't think I've spoiled anything that would go into the second season. And if I have, it's probably very minor. But, and then we get his sister, Sophia, who has white hair and red eyes, which creep people out. So, of course, she's been bullied. And I guess they kind of say they have like a brother and sister complex with each other. Her and Nicole are related. But, like, they say that, but it doesn't... Like, supposedly in the game, she's the rival character for that route, not Katarina. Nate, stop. Oh, God. I'm trying to make fucking nuts. There's nothing for you to whine about. Nay. No. No. You're fine. I love you, but you're fine. Goodness gracious. Oh, this dog's getting manic. Anyway, and then we get introduced to Maria, who is supposed to be the heroine of Fortune Lover, and she's a commoner. All the others are nobility, by the way, including Katarina. They're all like upper nobility, and Maria is a commoner who has light magic. Yes, there's magic in the show, by the way. And she gets accepted into this magic academy, and she gets bullied because she's a commoner because of fucking course. And they're all adorable. I like them all. Oh, fuck, I forgot. There's also her... Well, technically he's supposed to be her cousin. And then her family kind of adopts him. So she becomes her stepbrother. Or he becomes her stepbrother, sorry. And his name is Keith. He's adorable. And he ends up being like a playboy. Sophia is like her brother is kind of quiet, bookworm type. She is obsessed with books. Mary is very quiet at first, but then she gains confidence later on. They all kind of like have their own problems, and they gain more confidence being around Katarina, who is literally, her only goal is trying not to die, and that if she is exiled, she cannot avoid it, to find a way to survive in exile and to run away. So she decides to, I'm going to practice swordsmanship and I'm going to beef up my magic. I don't know how good she is at swordsmanship, but you never really see anything. Like, you don't see her fight. Like, you see her for a second, like, at practice. Like, she just got done practicing or something. But you don't actually see her, like, fight anyone, I don't think. And her magic, oh god, her magic sucks. So, like, she has earth magic, and she can't even make a hole in the ground. Like, she's not powerful at all. I don't know if it'll get powerful later, but... By the way, this is how stupid she is. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I could see her going down that route. But she decides to start farming as it's actually kind of smart, but also kind of stupid if once I explain it. Where she starts farming because it'll help her in exile. As like, what's the job I can do that'll help me sustain myself while farming? Okay, that's a good idea. And then also maybe it'll help me with my earth magic because like farming, like gardening, like taking care of the earth, it all kind of goes together. Which is kind of stupid because like she explains to Jordal where he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to break fire earth magic," and you kind of see him shaking in the corner because he's fucking laughing at her. So there's that, and Maria is also kind of this silent, sweet character. Keith is kind of this adorable little Shota, and then he kind of grows up to be a playboy. And it's kind of like all of them and their interactions with Katarina. And by the way, all of them like her. All of them want to be more than friends, okay? Like, they all like her. And they're pretty much all fucking aware that each other likes her. She's just the idiot out that doesn't know anything. So in most harems, it's always like, oh, they're gonna hook up, or like, you don't know if they're gonna hook up. She's dumb. Even by the end of the show, she still hasn't quite realized it. But all of them are adorable. I love the art style. I love the opening ending songs. I especially love how like the ending songs kind of going for like this cool vibe, and then at the very end, one of the final scenes is just this derpy happy face that does not really go with the music, and I don't know why it's always funny to me. And oh god, it's such a good show. It's really fun. Other characters. Okay, yeah. So, in Fortune Lover, Mary, who ends up being like Katarina's best friend, is Alan's fiance, and of course she is the rival on Alan's route. Sophia is the rival on Nicole's route. And while they do, like, there are like rival characters for the heroine, Katarina is actually the worst of them because she like actually bullies Maria. She actually does horrible things. She's actually not a good person, while the others, she says, like, they don't get horrible endings. Like, yeah, the worst thing is they don't end up with him, but they don't die. They don't get exiled. Where Katarina, she always is one of the two, no matter what character you go for. And then we also have the president, who has a surprising secret, of course, which I ruined for myself. So I already knew what the fuck was going on with him. But yeah. So that's the thing. And then aside from other characters, we have a few side characters, like random bully chicks that show up for a second to bully Maria. And then we have like Katarina's mom and dad. We get like to see Nicole's mom and dad for like a second. We get Katarina's maids. There's like the gardener for a second, and another maid that makes sweets for her for like a second. We actually do get an episode, or at least part of an episode, on the maid that's always with Katarina, Anne, or is it Anne? You actually get to see a little bit of her backstory. And that was actually really cute. But it's adorable. It made me cry with how cute it is sometimes. And it's fun. I can't wait for the next season, which will be next year, 2021. I don't know other than that what it is, but I'm excited. I love it, and I think you should watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. There's 12 episodes. I don't know if they're putting out an English dub already. I think they might be. Yeah, they do have the English dub. They're still putting out episodes for the English dub, but the English subtitled it's finished and all that. Anyway, it's great. Go watch it on Crunchyroll. I highly recommend it.